Okay, I'm back. So we decided that unit that was firing there had passed its proficiency or its morale check. So we're good there. So go ahead with your fire attack.
And I think that's a hit because I've got the 3 plus the decoy plus the building makes a 5 for my 6.
So I lose my op fire marker?
No, you take, if it's a unit, it becomes suppressed by 1 level, because I did hit you.
Yeah, I think I have to delete that op fire marker to get it.
Okay, go ahead and delete it and put it back on when you can.
Oh, sorry, it's a decoy. No wonder I couldn't flip it.
Okay, so that's 2. So now I'm actually going to do I'm going to up my operations range this turn to 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that's just so you're curious. I'm sure you understand now, but I'm just going to throw it out there. I put that decoy there in the open, but a lot of line of sight is blocked on it. So I put that there just so when you moved in there, I would get that final opportunity fire and the +3 adjacency, which you would have the +2 in the building, but it gave me a better chance than standing there in the open taking fires like I was.
No, absolutely, I understand. Yep. Okay, so I've used 3 of my ops range, so I'll pass it back to you at this point.
So it looks like all my units are used, and that's all I can do at this point.
Okay, I've got that 1 more unit. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly I want to do with him. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm actually going to move him forward. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I didn't bother rolling a morale. He's all my units are 10 at the moment.
Now, I did want to do an opportunity fire from the building. I don't think I have a line of sight, but since it's the end of the turn, I'm going to check anyways, if that's okay.
So I'll move you back to here. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, because that's really the only shot I got, so I might as well check it.
I don't know. What do you want to call that one?
Well, the way the rules read, it says if the artwork is on both sides of the line, and that is not on both sides of the line. But I've got such a low chance of getting that. So if
yeah, I'll give it to you. Yeah, why not?
Okay, so morale.
But it's actually a proficiency check for the op fire.
Okay, and that's a fail.
Okay, so I'll finish up where that move was.
Okay.
So that was 1, 2 for the first hedge. Jumping over the next hedge is 3, 4, and then forward 1 is 5. Marked amused. I'm done, so I'm going to do the sweep now.
Needs a cover if you want it.
I guess it's reciprocal, isn't it? We've already determined that the front of the church can't see you, and we've determined the guy on the road over there can't see him. So, okay, yeah, hang on one second. Okay, so did you want to use your command points for anything?
One second. Yes, I do. So I want to use it on this guy here. To do a move. He passes. One, two. And I'm done.
Okay, I'm just thinking about op firing on him as he moved into line of now. I'm guessing that. Oh, wait a second. No, how do we do this? The unit that I've got in the forest in H8 and the unit in the house in, well, you know, that top part of the house there on 10, where the weapons team was or is, those are both technically in line of sight of that guy. Is that not right?
Yep, and both guys can opportunity fire at me.
Okay, but does that mean I have to reveal that I have to take the decoy counters off, though, do I not?
I think if you make the attack, yes. I think if you roll for the morale, no. But we could look it up real quick. Okay, so they can, the decoy counters can stay there, and but if they fire, then they go away, right?
Yeah, that's right. The way it, if they were in open ground, they get removed, but in this game, again, they stay until they fire. So your guys moving into the building, or your decoy or whatever moving into the building, stays hidden until it gets hit, which again is a nice simple mechanic. It's like if I move out in the open, you can see me, but if I'm not moving, I'm still covered up.
Yep, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it nicely reflects the fact that, you know, my guys in the trees there aren't just standing around at the edge of the trees. They've stopped. They fired that one time, and they've started to dig holes and hide. You know, they're just not, you know, standing up waiting for somebody to shoot at. So I'm not going to op fire, no.
Okay.
So do you want to use that second command point, or are you just holding on to that?
I'm holding on to it. And you know, it's funny, I was kind of zoomed out on the screen, and I didn't even see those second two units down at the bottom there.
Yeah, they're on their way. You'll see them shortly.
I'm sure I will.
Okay, so I'm going to open fire. This guy's got a 10 morale, so he automatically passes.
From where?
Right there.
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Well, I'm hoping it is. We'll see. My dice rolls haven't been all that lucky, so I got to roll. You're in the wood building, so it's a +1 to my dice roll. I'm rolling under 8. Hang on.
Ooh,
yeah, that's a good hit.
That is. All right, so that's one hit. And then looking at the
so
casualty rating, adding 4 still puts you under, so that's 2 suppressions?
The way I read it is, if it's a normal line unit, it'd have the 3. So I rolled a 1 plus the wooden building a 2. So if I can add another 3 and still get under my firepower of 8, which I can, you actually take the hit and reduce it and do the double suppression.
Did you add the +1 for the decoy or the concealment?
Actually, let me think about that. No, I didn't. I rolled a 1 plus 1 for the decoy is 2, plus 1 for the building is 3, plus a 3 for your unit is 6, still under my 8.
Okay.
But you're right, no, I hadn't initially.
And he loses his concealment marker.
Yeah, that's correct. And he's still used.
That is bad news for me.
Yeah, but I'm still scared of the unit in H6 there. I'm not sure it's real. You know, I want to run somebody out of those trees and into that house so we can do the melee mechanic. But I don't think well, you know what? I should just be bold and daring and risk it anyway. So the unit in the trees is actually past its morale. They're going to try to move. And this is either going to hurt or going to be interesting. So that's 1.
Okay, I'm going to take the final opportunity fire since you're adjacent.
Yep. So this is a proficiency check now.
Ouch. So I need a 1. 5 minus 4, right? Yeah, it's not looking good. Double used.
Okay, so I'm going to then move a second movement here for 3. And I'm done there.
Now, just out of curiosity there, like thinking about the melee and how it happens later on in the game.
Is the unit in H6 a live unit?
Now, just out of
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, when we go into melee there, we're kind of locked in. Unless we fail our morale checks and stuff like that. But we roll 2 dice. Now, my suppression won't really matter, right? So I roll 2 die, you roll 2 die, and whatever the firepower is, if I get a less than my firepower on my rolls, then that hit applies to you, and then if you get less, then either one or both would be 2 suppression markers on you. So I'm curious why you would go into melee with me, or am I wrong about melee?
No, you're right about melee, but one sec. Because your unit is currently double suppressed, we have the rout phase that comes up first, and you're going to have to pass a morale test, or else you're going to be backing up, and when you back up out of morale, and if you can't move adjacent to me, and I believe that's going to be bad news for you, but I'm just looking at the route rules right now.
Okay.
I have to actually I actually have to do my route first because I'm in the same hex as an enemy unit, and I'm going to, if I fail that, I will I will have to back up. I'll have to flee, but it can't move adjacent to an enemy unit, or if it can't not move adjacent to an enemy unit, it gets eliminated. So as long as I stay in that hex at the route phase, if I'm still there in that route phase, I will most likely stay. And I'm hoping that I'm going to push you out of the hex, and since you can't move anywhere but your first hex adjacent to me, I'll eliminate you as you run away.
Okay.
Now the risk is, of course, that you've got 3 other units now with line of sight to my unit, so you might be able to fire reduce me, or push me out in some way, or at least suppress me. But we'll see how that goes. So anyway, that was my second unit moved. Did you want to? If you do fire into that unit, you will be affecting your own unit as well. So that was 2 of my ops range. So I'm just going to move a 3rd and a 4th unit right now.
That's interesting. I'm surprised you can fire into a melee group.
That was one of those rules I wanted to check to make sure. You can't fire out of a melee hex, but you can certainly fire into it. But it does affect everybody in that hex because you're firing at the hex and not the unit. Two there, 3 there, and 4 or 5 into the house.
Okay.
The 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, and 4 there, and over to you.
Okay, the guy in the street.
Oh, actually, I can see him now.
Pass. 1. 2, 3. And to do an assault, we would have to roll a 4 or less, which is, I'm sorry, a 6 or less. 10 minus 4 is 6.
That's correct.
Fail. And he's done. The guys in the front of that same building will do a just a straight up fire, so they just need a 10 or less. And they will fire at the corner there.
Yep.
So fire attack. So my firepower is 4 minus your 2 for the building, which would be 2 or less actually to hit it. So no effect.
No. Oh, your firepower is only 4. Yeah, I get the. Yeah, sorry, it's a 4. It's only the +1 for the building.
Oh, that's right. Stone buildings are +2.
Yeah, and because you did fire, though, you've got to reveal that guy too.
Okay.
You got the one more still?
Yep. Alright, the next to him passes. Just a straight up fire. To the same unit on the corner.
Okay.
So I needed 2 or less. Yay!
Yeah, that's a hit. Hang on one sec. And he gets revealed as well. And I think, let's see, you did 1. And I've got a, sorry, so you rolled a 2 against the wooden house. And I've got a 4, so you had to roll...
A 1.
No, that's not under your firepower, so I am suppressed.
A 1?
Yeah, I had to roll a 4 for my firepower. You said -1 for the building, and then -1 for your concealment, which is 2 or less, right?
Yeah, you rolled a 1. There's the +1 for the building, makes it a roll of 2, and a +1 for the concealed marker makes it a 3. It's still under your firepower, but not under your firepower +4, which is my first, damage level, so I get the 1 level of suppression.
Okay. Oops. Okay, your turn.
Okay, Charles, it's just after 11 now. I'm going to have to wrap up.